What's up, guys? Just a quick heads up that the music was blocked in this video due to copyright, so I have muted the audio. However, I have provided a link to the song in the description, so you can open a new tab and listen to the song alongside with my reaction. Or you can just join me on Patreon for unedited footage. But for now, enjoy the video, guys.
Alright, let's go ahead and get it started, get it popping, get it working. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well, hope you're having a good day. I haven't tested anything at all, so hopefully all the volumes are correct. Hold on, let me make sure. I'm sure that'd be okay. Why not? Anyways, thanks for joining me today. Let's go ahead and listen to side 3 of Aphrodite's Child 6, Siete, Seis. I don't know why I started in English. We're going to listen to side 3. We've listened to the first 2 sides already, so we're going to move on to the next. This is going to be the tracks 7 Trumpets, Ultima, The Wedding of the Lamb, The Capture of the Beast, Infinity, and Hic et Nunc. Hic et Nunc. Maybe that's Latin for something. We'll look it up as we approach that particular track. But yeah, hope that you guys have been enjoying it. Of course, this is the, I guess, latest video that I'm recording regarding Aphrodite's Child after the passing of Vangelis, which obviously is a huge loss. I've only listened to one album from him, Heaven and Hell, which is a really, really, like, interesting soundscape. It's really unique, you know? And speaking of unique, actually, this album is probably one of the most unique albums that I've heard, that I can think of. I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, you know, I don't think I've heard another album quite like this. It's really, really cool. So, definitely excited to get back into it. So we're going to go ahead and pull up 7 Trumpets. Hold on, let me find it here in the list. There we go. And that's where we'll go ahead and begin with side 3. Depending on the length of the songs, I might stop it after each one, or like, I'll probably just let 7 Trumpets go into Ultima. But the others, I may stop it in between just to talk about it, discuss a little bit. Do I have my hat on? Yeah, I do. Woo! Scary! Anyways, let's do it. I've talked more than enough. Let's go ahead and take a sip. Woo! Oh! Woo! That's a lot of caffeine and sugar. This is Aphrodite's Child. 666, side 3, 7 Trumpets. Let's get him blasting.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Alright, there's a change coming. We'll get that transition in just a little bit. Ultima. They got this groovy funk package going on. I mean, the bass playing is just so wonderful. It's just throbbing with melody and rhythm. The vocals are infectious. Just over and over. The music just kind of lulls you into this groove-laden meditation that you cannot escape out of. Whether it is from the rhythm section, those little vocals like I said, and then, at least for me, I'm kind of snapped back to reality as soon as the speech, the delivery comes in, and he's just telling us this story about what they saw, and who they are. Which, obviously the album has a very spiritual, you know, theme behind it, but it's like a different kind of spiritual energy that I don't know if I've really ever felt before. It's to me, totally unique unto itself. Then, the first track, we began with some speech as well, 7 Trumpets, which, that just sounds like the ringleader who steps out into the limelight and just is about to present this circus to the audience who's just waiting impatiently. And then kind of talking about these 7 Trumpets, as we move into Ultima, you kind of get a lot of horns. I was going to try and find them. You kind of get a lot of horns that are also sounding. So that's kind of cool how that particular theme is reiterated in the track here. But the track doesn't have a lot of changes. There's a little break in the middle, which I like, because there you can hear really what Vangelis is doing. There's a lot of atmosphere underneath everything, whether that's organ. I believe that he is using the vibraphone here, or some metallic object, which he's just kind of ding, 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 just kind of hitting every like note, basically. I think this is a really like diverse album. It just captures a certain kind of attention and energy that I think is incredibly unique. I can't help but think that. Let's go ahead and talk about these lyrics, though. This is a sight we had one day on the high mountain. We saw a lamb with 7 eyes, which that sounds scary, to be honest. We saw a beast with 7 horns. That doesn't sound as scary. And a book sealed with 7 seals. 7 angels with 7 trumpets and 7 bowls filled with anger. Should have called this album 7777. Those are the pictures of what was and what is, and of what was to come. We are the people, the rolling people, the why people, the waiting people, the wanting people, the tambourine people, the alternative people, the angel people. We are the people. He repeats that again, but he repeats once more, angel people. I got no idea what that means. They are everybody. They are rolling, they're asking why, they're waiting, they're wanting, they're celebrating with tambourine. They're different from everyone else, hence the alternative people. But above all, they are holy, the angel people. I may not know exactly what's going on or what everything means, but I'm enjoying the journey. Let's go ahead and pull into the next track here off the album. And that is going to be... Oh, I lost my track listing. There it is. Okay. That's going to be The Wedding of the Lamb. And let's go. Oh man, I know. Let's talk about The Wedding of the Lamb and just how phenomenal that drumming is. Lucas Sideris on the drumming. I don't know about you guys, but especially because of the song title, I'm envisioning a wedding. I'm imagining a celebration, a fiesta, a get down. Turn up. I'm just imagining this celebration on this beautiful scenic location somewhere in Greece, alongside the Mediterranean. The waves are crashing, they're beautifully blue. The sun is setting, and the wedding was over in the afternoon, and now it's the time for the celebration. Now it's time to let loose. And the drumming from Lucas, I love that. So powerful, so moving, so dynamic, interesting as well. And that specific type of drumming, when we're playing a lot of toms and a lot of the kick, and we're not using too many cymbals except for crashes in noteworthy places. I love the earthiness of that type of roll. I love the earthiness of that kind of groove, because to me it just feels, it awakens something primal, at least in myself, that just feels so human. It just, I don't know how other way to describe it, except it just feels so earthly. It feels so grounded, and I love that. I love the way that that's used here, the way that the drums speed up as if the celebration is like coming to a head, and that's so good. A perfect climax, and then once again you have the organ and some other instruments that are going on in the background. I can almost imagine the house band playing this for a wedding celebration, and it's just going off. It's just going off. I wanted to say that there was almost like a bagpipe instrument in there, maybe like uilleann pipes or something like that, but I don't see anything of that nature listed in the, musicianship, like in the personnel or the instruments that are listed. So I'm just going to assume that it's keyboards from Vangelis or organ or something like that, because I don't see anything, even though it did sound a little bit like bagpipes. And then even when it broke a little bit near the end, when the little, this is the wedding of the lamb. I think that's what he said, right? Didn't you say that? This is the wedding? Yeah, that was the wedding of the lamb. Even after he said that and kind of broke up the pace of everything, you heard those drums once again becoming filled slowly, from emptiness coming back into their fullness before it leads into the next song, which it sounded like it was definitely about to do. So I just thought that was really cool. This is just a really cool atmosphere. Like, let me pull it back. I don't think it's flute. Even though it does have a kind of sound like it. I'm just thinking that's going to be Vangelis on the keyboards doing some of his magic there. Then you still have these kind of fuzzy, distorted, buzzy rises that come up that still kind of change the atmosphere. It's just completely unique. I'm really impressed by the production and the atmosphere that this album has. It's sometimes going towards something recognizable, but then with some other element in there that is kind of uncanny valley, is kind of unrecognizable. This is unique. Seriously. Let's go ahead and move into the next track here. We'll let it fade in as we do that. That is going to be the Capture of the Beast. I know I keep on saying that about this album, but I mean, you guys have to agree. This is a unique album. How cool is it? The song title is The Capture of the Beast. And the first thing we hear are chains being moved in a rhythmic fashion. Capture of the Beast. Chains. It just makes sense. Percussion-wise, this instrument is also just so perfect. So the chains are being moved. You can imagine, hey, it's going out and trying to capture this beast. Perhaps they got the chains on it, or they're dragging the chains so that they can go and try and chain this beast up, or maybe they already got the beast and they're just dragging the beast along. But either way, those chains sound so heavy, and yet they fill a certain percussive space. That's so unique. And coming off of the drum-heavy track before, in this one, it's still continuing that same theme. It's very drum-heavy. We're pretty much still kind of getting almost a solo-ish kind of track. But then slowly, at about the halfway point of the song, slowly that melody starts to come back in. Slowly, but surely, that atmosphere once again begins to be filled with a light. And the dynamics in the way that they change everything and they shift it from a storytelling perspective, even if I don't know exactly, even if I don't know exactly what's going on, there is some sort of visualization that the band gives you just with their sound. They are painting sound pictures for you, for us. And I think that's amazing. That little buzzy noise still comes back in the beginning before the melody starts to fill in. I don't know. I'm just very impressed with this album the more that I kind of go back through it and everything. See, like that heavy buzz is just so warm and distorted. You got some bubbly rising sequencing that pops up every once in a while just to do what it needs to do. Let's move on to the next track, huh? That's going to be Infinity. Let's play the little bit of the Capture of the Beast to let us go ahead and slide on into it.
I am to come. I was, I am to come. I was. I am to come. I was, 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 I am to come. I was.
Great transition. That is absolutely one of the most unique vocal performances I think that I've heard. Period. Like, we went through all the gamuts of sexual emotion. Because obviously the song, the track, whatever you want to call it, this piece of art, God, this felt like a performance piece. This felt like something you would see an art student, like, an exhibit in the streets. This is like something that, like, I don't know. There's something deeply conceptual about this. First of all, I love how the drums accentuate her voice. I love that. And yes, you can pretty much envision a sexual act taking place, right? Especially with the drums and her. That's the obvious part, yes. But the build-ups, the falls, the declines, the plateaus, and the new build-ups. I think that this was really interesting from like a dynamic and structural point of view. Because I'd have to listen to it again, but some of it sounds euphoric and happy and sensual and joyous. But part of it sounds painful. But then the ending, she sounds victorious, for lack of better words. She sounds like she's taken control. Once again, I don't know exactly... God knows I don't know exactly what's going on story-wise or anything like that. I couldn't even begin to tell you. But I do feel like there's some sort of sexual reclamation taking place here. Taking a sexual independence, taking a, this isn't for you, this is for me kind of message. I don't know. But how interesting was that? Production-wise? Because it feels uncomfortable, right? Let's be honest. It sounds a little uncomfortable for you and me, sitting here. But there's something deeper there that is meant to be said. Music and all art should be... Hold on. Art should make you feel something. Art should make you feel something. Did this make you feel? What did it make you feel? Did it make you feel uncomfortable? Why? Good art makes you question. God! Aphrodite's child, 666. What are y'all talking about? Now she's repeating, I was, I am to come. Which, Jesus, right? Bible. I'm pretty sure that's like, okay, or Alpha and Omega, I was the beginning and the last, so I was, I am, I'm always there, right? So we're getting this really cool duality as well. And then I am to come. I was past, I am present, and I will come. Right? Alpha and Omega, I was the beginning, and I'm the ending. Jesus, I am coming. It all relates. And then here, obviously, those words are just used in a different way. I'll have to listen to this again. I think I might be wrong on this. It could also be, because the first part sounded more pleasurable, the last part sounded a little more painful, and there was more crying. There was crying at the end. Could also be how life begins with pleasure, and then how another life begins, or how the life is birthed with pain. Very intense vocal performance. That was like, once again, one of the most unique albums I think that I've personally heard. So let's go ahead and get back to the ending of Infinity, and let it move on into well, what is it? Hick a nuke. Which, let me look it up real quick before we even keep going. Meaning, I hope I'm saying it now. All right, so it means here and now. What language is that? Is it Latin? I'm pretty sure it's Latin.
Hic et nunc.
Hic et nunc. All right, here and now. So before, with Infinity, I was, I am to come. Now we're talking about the here and now, the present, the I am. Ah, yeah. This is scary a little bit, right? It's almost like I forgot to say. It's almost like a ritualistic manner that some of this is taken part in, right? Especially with the drums and the way that they are right now, like at that part. It's so ritualistic, and once again, we're getting a unique style of spirituality and the way that spirituality is felt and connected. This is... just keep going. Okay, before I forget, I thought of one last point I was thinking about. When we listened to Infinity, I didn't even think about the name of the track, Infinity. I was, I am to come. It's just infinite, right? Even the cycle, birth, or how you're made, birth, life, death, it starts, it's infinity, it's life, it's how it begins, it's how it ends, it is blah, blah, blah. Okay, here and now, Hic and Nook. We get the return of the first track off of the album when they're going F the system, F the system, F the system, we gotta F the system, which is really cool the way that it's included in there. We got this big churchy, gospel-y kind of sound, especially with the group vocals, those chants, the harmonies, as they're crying out here and now. And then, once again, we are just getting some funk-laden music with guitar, singing there at the end, very bluesy. The bass, once again, just feeling right. This felt a little bit Zappa-esque, actually, in some parts. This is just... I know I'm going to stop saying it. I need to stop saying it. But I think that this is such a cool album to listen to. I really did like that little solo they were getting to at the end. Let me turn it down a little bit. Ooh, it feels good. Some bum 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 da bum bum. Some of those at the end too. Little honky tonk piano. And what I love about the crowd there in the back is you can hear all the commotion. Like, it really does feel like a spiritual fire is being set on this church crowd and on this service. But along with the music, it's not so upfront that it's like overly noticeable, but you can hear the rhythm of the crowd themselves. You can hear the sway of the crowd, like the claps, right? Like they're clapping with the music, but it's more like those claps are kind of drowned out amongst the general commotion, which I think is really cool. Like, production-wise, this album also has a lot going on as well. There's just a lot going on. Here and now, fix the ceiling. I got a feeling, see it or sing it again. Here and now, show me the season, give me the reason, sing it again. We've got to F the system, we got to F the system. That's when that part comes back from the beginning. Here and now, whisper a meaning, nobody's leading, sing it again, sing it again. I got a feeling somebody's missing, sing it again, sing it again. Is that somebody Jesus? I like how they say fix the ceiling, like fixing the ceiling is something you got to do in the present, in the here and now. And I'm making a prediction based off of the last track and this one and how the We Got to F the System came back from the beginning. I'm imagining that there's something somewhere in the midst of this album that's also going to be foretelling the future, because there is this sort of, what's the snake that's eating its own tail? Like, infinite kind of theme as well going on. What is that? It's, the World Serpent, I also think was his name. No, that's the guy that starts with the J. What is that thing? Ouroboros. That's what I'm thinking of. Ouroboros. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Anyways, hope that you guys enjoyed the music. Definitely let me know what you guys thought of it. Also, I think we should all put an RIP in the comments for all of those who had their sound on when going through through Infinity, and they weren't in a place that maybe the sound should have been on. RIP to you guys. But otherwise, hope you had your headphones on and you weren't blasting this on your speakers on your TV. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. You can follow me in a bunch of places, Twitter, Patreon, and here. It's not a bunch of places, it's a small handful. But otherwise, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you later. Bye.